What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Periphery. Yes, indeed, Periphery Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity bop, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Childra, and this is actually one of Childra's 3 prioritized requests for the month of February for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, Childra. Hope you enjoy the show. Childra wanted to see me react to this. It is Periphery with a tune entitled Luck as a Constant. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Sumerian, all right? And the video has 1.1 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Periphery. Luck as a Constant. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
So I've been really focusing on the counting for like the last 2 minutes. It feels weird, but it's all lining up within 4/4. They're just doing some really outlandish things with subdivisions and accents. More the accents than anything else to give it the illusion of odd time signature. And it's, now I'm not going to lie, for like the first like minute and a half, 2 minutes, I was kind of thrown for a loop. I was like, I'm trying to lock into an odd time. It feels like an odd time signature. But then I said, you know what? I'll bet you anything. And this isn't about the 2 minute mark, about the 2.5 minute mark. I said, you know what? I'll bet you anything. It's 4/4. I'll bet you anything. It's just straight ahead 4/4 time. So I closed my eyes and I just really focused on 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And sure enough, it lined up perfectly. Even with the odd accents. So the question becomes, by doing all those odd accents and odd subdivisions, is there a groove? And my answer is yes, because while there may be odd accents and odd subdivisions, there is a pattern. There is a repeated pattern within that first 2.5 minutes. It's just odd, but it's not bad. The groove can be identified. The groove can be established. It is established because it is a repeated pattern. So no complaints there. Instrumentally, I'm digging everything I'm hearing from the instrumental standpoint, especially those unison runs. When guitars, keyboards, bass, they all come together and play the exact same thing at the exact same time. It sounds like it's typically an ascending run, usually. It sounds good. It sounds tight. It sounds clean. Vocally, I like what's happening here. In the last like 10 seconds, we had that part where the vocals went really, they really kind of ascended and went higher than we've heard throughout the rest of the song. That was nice. Wasn't your typical that you hear throughout the rest of the song. It definitely hit an apex, which is really nice at this point in the song. Honestly, I have no problems with this. They are switching with feel. We've done double time, straight time, half time. Haven't any key signature changes, and I don't believe we've had any time signature changes either. It sounds to me like it's all in 4/4. No, I'm trying to find something to complain about, and honestly, I'm not finding anything. Everything sounds just fine to me. Everything sounds really good. Well, some things sound really good. Some things sound great. I mean, it's one of the two, though. It's not like anything's terrible or anything's horrible. So I know we're going to end up in the positives. I just don't know where in the positives. Anyway, let's finish this out, and we'll get to the review. abrupt ending, right? Just a cut off. Knew it. Abrupt cutoff. I was actually, I heard what they were doing with the swells, and I was like, I'll bet you anything we're gonna have an abrupt cutoff, and more than likely it's gonna happen after a swell. It's gonna have we're gonna have this little swell in, and right when it gets to a certain point, whap, we're gonna cut it right there. Makes sense. It makes perfect sense for an ending like that. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, I got no issues with this. I got no problems with this at all. This was a fun listen. Definitely was. I'm going to have to go back and really focus on the counting at that beginning at some point, just to make sure that it is 4/4. But I'm pretty confident that it's, I'll bet you anything, it's 4/4 all the way through. Okay, let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Periphery with a tune entitled Luck as a Constant. This was a request from Childra. And this was actually one of Childra's 3 prioritized requests for the month of February for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, there you go, Childra. Hope you enjoyed the show. Okay, I pretty much said everything I wanted to say during the course of the reaction, so there's really not a lot to discuss here. Couple things I want to bring up, and obviously we'll hit some bullet points just to refresh everyone's memory. But this should not be a very long review. We should be out of here fairly soon. So let's get to it, shall we? Starting off with the score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.7. Yep. 8.7. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay. First things first, an 8.7. What does that mean? Well, an 8.7 would translate to a great skill rating because overall, I think this was a great song. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and an A letter grade. Yes, an A. So there you go, an 8.7, great skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? Haha, so glad you asked. Okay, very much like the first reaction I did to Periphery. Great musicianship. Let's just knock that one out of the park, okay? Guitars, bass, drums, keyboard, all of the instrumentals, they sounded great. They really did. I was really digging what I was hearing. Everything they played made sense. Everything they played sounded good. The musicianship level of technicality was way up there. It was a great job done by everybody. Especially impressive when they did those unison runs. Mostly ascending runs. I found that kind of interesting. But it sounded tight. It sounded well formed, well balanced.
So round, so firm, so fully packed, so easy on the draw.
Well EQ'd. I mean, everything about that just sounded very pleasing to the ear. And the funny thing is, we were never left with a hollow sounding song. Like even when they went on those unison runs, the song still sounded full. Maybe the left hand on the keyboard was, keeping the chords going, or maybe one of the guitar players didn't go on the unison run and, kept playing the guitar through with chords to fill out the sound. I'm not 100% sure, but it was full sounding the entire time. It never got hollow, which was really nice. The song is a little bit over 6 minutes long. Honestly, didn't feel that way. It felt like about 4.5 to 5. The time flew by on this, which is always a good sign that I'm enjoying myself. Vocally, I like what the vocals were doing. I do. Personally, I think the vocals on the other Periphery song that I did, I think they were a little more impressively done, but it still sounded really nice on this. I have honestly no complaints about this song. It's a good listen. I take that back. It's not a good listen. It's a great listen. And I think the biggest thing going for it is the fact, the fact that it is a 6-minute long song, but like I said, the time flew by. Time didn't drag. That's always a good sign. Not only that, but the usage of feel, they did switch it up a little bit. They did utilize halftime, double time, and straight time. They mostly stayed in straight time, which I'm perfectly fine with that. The intro, the beginning, like the first third of the song. Now, I don't know. I haven't gone back and listened yet. It seems to me, now I could be wrong, but it seems to me like the entire song was in 4/4. And they were just playing around with some really out there subdivision work and accent work to give it the illusion that we were doing some really odd time signatures. But I have a feeling that we were in 4/4 the entire time. The reason I'm saying that is the entire second half of the song didn't have any of that going for it. Well, the other 2/3 of the song, I should say. I didn't pick up on any odd time signature counting. I didn't pick up on any odd time signature subdivisions or accents. Everything was just straight ahead 4/4. If you're gonna do that for the second third of the song, odds are the first third it's also 4/4 straight ahead, but with odd accents and odd times, odd subdivision work. I could be wrong. I'm gonna have to go back on my own time and listen and see if I'm right about that. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm willing to bet that that's the case, that we're in 4/4 the entire time. So, taking everything into account here, this is how I came up with that 8.7. I feel good about that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have an 8.7, which is a great skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.